what's up? My Bucket Dev here, and today we're going to be continuing our second episode on the Java series. I do hope you guys do like the series and are following it. Thanks guys for getting at least 12 views on the last one. I know you guys liked it. So yeah, I remember I always put the code in the description. So here's the code from last time. And besides that, I am also offering enrollments. I will be teaching a class. To enroll in a class, so it's right here, yada yada yada. But let's get on to the code. We left off with this last time, but let's move on to more physical stuff. Instead of printing this out in console, if we exported this, you couldn't really run it. And yeah, so let's just start coding. For all you guys don't know is basically this Eclipse is a JFrame. JFrame is a GUI in Java. Okay, so first we're going to start off by declaring the JFrame, or the window. Sorry if I go too fast, I'll explain it after, or kinda more in depth after. So first, I'm going to create a thing called create the frame, just so a quote you guys can see. So declare a thing called a JFrame. We're just going to name it frame equals new JFrame. And we're probably going to name this YouTube. Very original, I know. So you're going to get this the first time you're ever going to have to import something. This is going to be very huge when you're coding for Java. When you see a red line or something, usually means you have to import it if it's under multiple or just under one. So hover over it and click import. You'll see an import Java AX swing.jframe. It's part of the swing method. So now we have declared a frame, like a window, and we assign its name to YouTube. Now we're gonna do when it closes on exit, aka the red button. We're just gonna write frame.set default close operation to jframe.exit on close. So that means it's always going to exit on when you click the red button. Just make sure you always have that. And then the third line of code is going to do step number 3, create the components. And basically aka what you're going to put in the JFrame. This is what you're going to put in the JFrame. We're just going to put frame.getContent panel, and then we're going to probably add empty label, and outside of this is comma, right border layout.center. Now what you should get is you have to import empty label, change the frame. I recommend just changing this to frame. Usually I would have it as empty label, because that's usually what I put here, because it doesn't really matter to me, but I'm so used to putting empty label, I guess I put it there on accident. Now step 4 is size the frame. In this we're just going to do frame.pack to keep it simple. And then 5, we actually have to execute the frame to show. So show the JFrame, show the frame, aka the GUI. And we're just going to do frame.set visible to false. No, I'm kidding, it's true. Of course you want it to be true, or else you won't be able to see it. I think you guys should now know what this means. I guess I will show you. Okay, let's try this. So we need to run it. Main adding container to itself. What is wrong? You know what? Doesn't like line show line numbers. That's a big thing too. Frame.get. Actually, no, we don't even need this because we're not going to put contents in there right now. It's gonna run it, yeah. See, now, yeah, sorry, we're not doing that yet, so that's why, because we didn't really put anything in there. Just empty space, and it caught on to that, so we're really just gonna put 3 and step 4. Sorry about that. I guess I forgot that we're not putting anything in there right now. Usually I do put, so you see, we just set it to pack when we size the frame, so now you can size it, and as you see, the J-frame name is YouTube. Create your first GUI. Now basically what we're going to do is I forgot to start the clock. Oh well, I'm going to start that now though. Clock, so this might be an extra long episode start. And we're just going to start adding some other stuff. So instead of doing frame.pack, frame.set, size, we're going to set the width to maybe 1280, so it's going to be HD 720. So now, frame.pack. Now, it's a little different, but let's say you don't want your user to be able to resize and everything, like, you could always write, we're going to write over here, fine, set resizable to false, aka can't resize the J-frame. GUI 2. Sorry. Now we're going to do frame.set resizable to false. Play, or not play, run. Now look, you don't get those little arrows. You can't resize it at all. It's it's stuck there. So that's really good. So I think you guys all get what the code means. We're creating the frame here, and we're setting default close operation. The little red button. Actually, I'm gonna show you what that does. I'm gonna blank that out really fast. You think like it's not really registering in the code that it's closing, so just make sure you do that. It looks like it's working fine to you, but when you get into more advanced stuff, it's not gonna work quite as well. Now I think we're gonna try to something really cool. If you notice, we're just gonna do set the frame icon to an image. Frame.set icon image to new image icon, and this is where you're gonna put your image URL .get image. So I'm gonna import this really fast, and it's gonna be blanked because we're gonna get an image of a dog. Let's get an image of a dog. Not that one, of course. View image. No, really, you're gonna do this now. I'm doing a tutorial right now, please. This one. Where's the one's classes? Yeah, this one's cool. I like this one. And you would think that would work, but it's not going to work. You wanna know why? Because how can I explain this to you? You always, like I said, you always have to have it in the pretty much these whenever you're declaring something. So now, if you're on Windows, sorry, this doesn't work on Mac. I'm sorry, guys, but I can guarantee you it's gonna work on Windows. There will be a little icon up here that shows your thing, what's it called, the icon that you selected. What else should I teach you in this? I want to get a lot of cross. And then, yeah, I think one more thing is we're gonna, what's it called? We could, I think this is pretty good. Oh, maybe when you start up, I always like to do this system.out.print. Actually, I'm gonna teach you public voids too. I'll move that away. public void. So outside of this public static void, we're gonna write a new thing called public void on start, I guess. That's a good one. And we're just gonna write system.out.println program has started. And we're gonna write if frame.set. Actually, no, this is good enough because it's already set, we know. So it says we have an onStart method, so in here I'm gonna write onStart. Now onStart static, sorry, public static void. Since like this could be a public void if we were working in this class, the main class, but I don't want to. So now it says in the thing right here, program has started. Congrats, you created a pretty big piece of code now. This should feel pretty special. I think what we're gonna do now is how to add a button to a J-frame. That sounds fun. What should we do? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna create in our thing under 7. We're gonna write a new thing because sorry, 7 dot create a button. We're gonna write J button, obviously, and we're gonna call it what should we call it? J button. We're gonna call it test, I guess, is equal to new. And new is not a valid because you can't really assign one like that. You can't assign it to that. So we're just gonna create a J button test. Actually, I'm gonna make it so you don't get confused. We're gonna start up. Or yes, start up. And on here, I think I don't know. This could be a little too. Actually, I'm not gonna do that for now. I don't really want to. I don't want to give you a lot of info on one day. Because I don't want to scare you guys at all with the code. But one thing before we go, this will help you out a lot, is another math operation, which is plus plus. It's really good. If we have let's create another integer. Int test is equal to 0. So you see it's equal to 0, but on the start, we're going to write test plus plus. Now, we're going to put it right there. And then it's gonna system.out. I always put that. I cannot type. We're actually, no, I don't want, yeah, I don't want to put it there. System.out.println. So it's equal to 0, right? But we're adding, after this declaring it 0, we're adding 2 plus plus, 2 addition marks, and then we're saying it to print out test. So if we play it, it says 1. Why? Because when you add plus plus, it's always going to add 1. If you're going to try this, it doesn't, like, you can do this, it's going to say -1. It's just how that works. If you do that, it's obviously not going to work, sorry. It doesn't work like that. So, sorry, it's really just multiplication, all that stuff. And that was addition, subtraction. But yeah, I'm actually going to put that code back. I'm going to write plus plus. so you know. So when I upload this code to Pastebin, you get all the stuff that we coded today. But yeah, that's the basic code. I hope you guys do like it. If you liked the video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and yeah, have a good day, and bye.